Hey, what's up, River Rats? Hope you're all doing awesome. Kevin Johnson here. Welcome back to River Valley Survival. I really don't have a whole heck of a lot planned today. We're just going to walk around, kind of catch up. I've been missing for a couple weeks, prepping up for our big SurvivalFest coming up, and then a following event a few weeks after that, the Central Ohio Fall Gathering. A lot of prep work. I'm getting ready to go on the road, getting ready to teach some classes. I'm really excited about it. But today we're just going to walk around, see what kind of cool stuff we can find out here along the hiking trail, and we're going to talk a little bit. Right here is a great example of why we tell students to always start at the water's edge. Here we're right at the edge of the creek. The creek's extremely low right now, and that's exposed this creek bed area here. It's really muddy. And in this area I can see raccoon tracks, I see deer tracks, I see quite a few bird tracks. And if I was to get down there and really look, I guarantee I would find others. Life always starts with water. So when you're looking for food, always start there. It's scary in here. And here, just another example. You can see this game trail coming down through the woods. It's a smaller game trail. It intersects with the hiking trail straight down to the creek bed. You can see here that the cottonwoods are already losing a lot of leaves. We talked about cottonwood in a recent video as well. Okay, so here's a pretty cool find. We have some pheasant's back or Dryad Saddle, or Polyporus squamosus if you want the scientific name. This is a polypore fungus, an edible polypore fungus that feasts on dead and decaying wood. You can see here, looking at the bottom of this specimen here, it has this honeycomb type pore structure underneath it. It doesn't have gills. Another way to identify that is the pattern on the back here. You can see it kind of has a feather pattern, pheasant's back. Some people call this hawk's wing, so you can see where they kind of get that with that feather pattern there. Dryad saddle is also a common name for it. These specimens are a little past their prime, but in their prime they will smell like watermelon or cucumber rind, something of that nature, and that also is a good way to help you identify it. I find this mushroom to be pretty bland in taste, just on its own. If you season it up good with a good breading, it can be quite good. You're going to want the younger specimen, you know, the younger, more tender specimen. But yeah, that's a pretty cool one, the Dryad Saddle. So I'm actually out in the same area basically where we did the Badland video out there at Mavistar. I'm in a different section, but we will be traveling through that area here in just a little bit. And so I think we'll stop at our little day camp we used last time and make our lunch. There should be most of the smalls we need there. Not gonna need a ton of stuff, just enough to keep a little fire going for about 20 minutes or so. We're gonna keep coming back to the spot here and there. We'll get it kind of cleared out. We'll make a nice little spot. This used to be a nice spot for hikers to come and kind of set up a little day camp. Reach into my tough possum pouch full of goodies here. Alright, just to move things along, we're going to use one of our River Valley Survival Instant Inferno fire starting pads. You can get these on our online store, shameless plug, rivervalleysurvival.com. This last batch I just tested, burned right around 8 minutes. And it was in good condition. So, got her going. We're going to have plenty of time to get everything going here. These work really good in wet weather, cold weather, windy weather. just crappy weather in general, or if you're just in a big hurry and you're hungry like Fat Boy is today. That's going to make pretty short work of that. We'll gather up another little armload and get back with you when it's burned down a little bit. Alright, now while we're waiting for that, we'll set up our little kitchen area here. I'm getting fancy today. Alright, so for our lunch today, we'll start off with our beverage. We are going to have some Twinings 100% pure black English tea. We will have Progresso traditional chicken noodle soup. And to go with all of that, we will make ourselves a nice grilled cheese sandwich. I have Italian bread from the bakery. I have Velveeta extra sharp cheddar slices. And I have real butter here. Got my cold handle skillet. So I'm real excited about this. Food's always better on the campfire. This isn't going to be any exception. So while we're waiting for the fire to burn down the coals, we'll go ahead and get our water warming up for our tea. Now I'm going to pour my soup into this cup. Now some people, you know, I know are saying, why don't you just put that right in the fire? Well, that's because that's not how I roll. You do you, man. If you want to cook right in the can on the fire, then you go right ahead. I like to put it on my cup, so I have handles, and so I don't have any danger of getting the lining in my food if it gets heated up too much. And I know what you're thinking, Kevin, you forgot the salt and pepper. Now I may have forgot the salt, but I did not forget the pepper. Ground this right before we left the house. Get a little bit of that in there. Ooh, that's gonna be good. Alright, we have our water and our soup on. We'll let them go a few minutes and then we'll get going on our grilled cheese. Big cup, so I'm going to use 2 bags. So all I'm going to do, this butter is really soft, and just drop some in the skillet. I'm going to throw my bread right down on top of it. Swirl it around. Try to get both pieces with that. Alright. When I'm doing this now much longer, all this cheese and everything would have been melted. Cheesy. I'm gonna pull the tea off. Soup's getting good and hot. Alright, sandwich is coming along nicely. Super buttery. Alright, a little sugar in the old tea here. Lots of pepper, just how I like it. Tastes pretty good. Still pretty hot. It's pretty good though. What I really want to try is our grilled cheese sandwich. Oh yeah. Dip that down in the soup a little bit. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. That sure does feel great to get out for a little bit. The week leading up to SurvivalFest is always pretty hectic. Get so excited I can barely sleep, have all this last minute stuff to do. And it's wonderful, don't get me wrong, but it's always, that last week's pretty hectic. And a lot of it is I'm just so dang excited I can't hardly sleep. Well, I just finished up lunch, sipping around on my tea here. Tea turned out great. Lunch was delicious. It only took a couple of minutes to prepare. Now that's not normally what I'd be carrying around while I'm out in the woods. I'm not always going to be carrying butter and cheese and all this stuff. But I just thought it sounded fun. It was something that I wanted to do. And I think that's important. We kind of lose sight sometimes. We get so serious training in all these skills, these survival skills and these outdoor skills. We forget to have fun when we're out in the outdoors. So please remember that. Whenever you're out by yourself, when you got your family with you, your kids, your wife, your little brother, whatever the case may be, get out there and get some serious dirt time in, but always have fun doing it. Because if you show them a good time when they're outdoors, they're always going to want to come back, and that's really what it's all about. Well guys, unfortunately, that's all the time I have for today. It was a pleasure to have you come along with me for the video. If you like what you see here, click like, hit subscribe, be sure to ring that notification bell so you're notified of all future videos, and leave a comment down below because I always really love hearing what you have to say. Be sure to tune in this Sunday morning for a special video concerning SurvivalFest. I'll have a slideshow or video clips, and we'll be talking a little bit about SurvivalFest. So that'll be Sunday morning. And then next week, we'll get back to normal with the videos. Until then, y'all, have fun, be safe, get out in them there woods.